in, and I was let in on the understanding that one could forget all that and get on to real art. The culture I came out was very dismissive about art, you know. And it's no use saying high art or Renaissance art. I mean, it meant nothing to them. Even a ready-made syndrome, if you really believe in it, you realize that is what actually exists. One uses these icons because they're more powerful, really.
The Science Museum is a much more interesting place for Paolozzi than any art gallery.
What I find horrifying is that society is thinking in such a monolithic way.
For him, these weapons, aerial bombs, have powerful associations.
I mean, it's not enough for me to do the bomb. I mean, it has to have some kind of connection, which might be autobiography, in the same way a crazy character, Mickey Mouse, on the sides of aircraft doing funny things. I mean, they're kind of born out of a crazy American surrealism, which seems to be part of the American way of life. And the robot, the 20th century robot, what I feel about that is what Churchman might feel about the Christ image, really. It's my substitute for the Christ image. It's science and fantasy in the world of technology. And there is a kind of mix-up between, deliberate mix-up between the real and the artificial. One of the ideas is that I don't think that society is that geared up to completely functional life. That there's always funny things around the reality. Maybe one is limited by the fact that one reads immense sociology into them. You see, you can actually see the horrific thing if you want to. It's like reading the Sunday newspapers. People are so conditioned to the magazine format that they don't think it's extraordinary that you have 6 pages in the Telegraph supplement on going away, and then you have 3 pages on Vietnam. That seems to be quite acceptable. Nobody writes a letter of protest and say, what's going on here? Isn't this split personality newspaper? Different syndrome of English sensibility. I think that modern experience is one big collage, and it's a bigger collage if you're aware of it. I think the schizophrenic method is the normal method now for 20th century life, really. And I mean, this is the only interesting part, mass reflectors, in my opinion. Everything is kind of monitored and flattened out, a whole series of images that fall into their own lack of logic. I'm just trying to recreate that whole kind of normal 20th century schizophrenia.